We will continue um, prototyping, continue prototyping. But during this prototyping, we'll need to be adding some things because it's when you are doing prototyping, you'll be realizing that okay, some screens are missing, which you're supposed to add. So my actually will be bound to adding screens, and also adding stuffs to the screen. So now I need some interaction between these two screens. When this last screen is coming to display, I need an interaction from there. So what I have here is this. So I want to add some text. Uh, let's say your best your best feeder, something like that. Yeah, your best feeder. So this best feeder, I'm going to just change the font to popping poppins. Then the font size should be reduced to 18 pixel. Centralize it. So this will be our primary color from here. Okay, let's have it at the top here. Now that is the position we are having it there. I'm going to so this also I want to the please are you there? Okay, thank you. So this one, let me check the position. The Y position is 379. This place is 379 also. So I want to move this one with 10 pixel. I want to move it down. So I'll hold shift and press arrow down. That is 10 pixels. So I'm going to copy this, Control C, and paste this one here, Control V, and I'll give it white. And I want it to come down under this, like this. Then this one, I'm going to hide it. So uh the layer the layer is 100% 100% showing. So I'll change it to zero opacity like this. And one of another thing that I want to do is I want to have something like this inside this screen to have it. So I want to have something like this. This thing, I will move it out of the screen like this. Then change the color uh, to white, or let me say, okay, to its color. I want to change it to something like this with the opacity of 30. So I'll copy the same thing, Control C. I'll put it here, V. It will be pasted to the same position. So this one, I will move it. Uh, I'll move it to the right. I'm using Shift and Alt key. So I'm going to change the color of this to white, and the white will be 100%. So the transition between them, we want to start our, if I go to prototype like this, we'll see all the screen that have flows. So those flows, I will remove those flows from the screens, because one of our screens should have flow, which is going to be the screen that will that will come first. So I've removed all the flows. Okay, remain this one. So I think that's all. Now this one will have the flow. I'll give it a flow, and I'll call it main uh main flow. For example, you can give it any name you like. Now I'll go to prototype, and I'll draw a link from this place to this place. So for this screen to move from this place to this place, we need interactions. So how do you want to interact? Is it by clicking, by dragging, while hovering, while pressing, gamepad, and so on? We don't need all this, because as you open up, you don't need any interaction. The app will open by itself. So we'll put after delay. So after some time, then this one should move to this. So after delay of 800 milliseconds, we want it. We don't want it to go instant. If we make it an instant, we will not see the effects. We will not see the transition effects. So we want to use smart animate. We're using smart animate. So whatever we have inside the first one, the first screen, and the second screen, that I want them to smart animate. So we have to give them same name. That's why you see when I draw something in the first screen here, I'll copy it to the second screen like that, so that it will retain same name. So the animation time, we want to give it 600 milliseconds. So 1000 milliseconds is 1 second. So if we need 1 second, we can put 1s. But whenever we put anything without the s or without the ms, it will be represented as ms. Even if you use 1s, it will change it to 1000 ms. So we have this, we have smart animate. Now I'll play this flow. I'll play the flow, and we'll see the effect. I think it's network. It's still loading. Mhm. It's network problem. Or maybe let me close it and or replay it. So while it's loading, let us continue. So later we'll look at the effect after it has been loaded. So this is this screen from this screen. We use smart animate because we want some uh, some transition to take place between this screen to this screen, and we use delay, since we will not be required to interact with the screen before it moves. There's no button, there's nothing. So we're using after delay. So also after this, we need to come to the on-body screen. So that also, I'll go to the while on prototype uh, properties. So I'll go to it, and I'll drag this line to the main onboarding. So you see we have smart animate here, but we don't need smart animate anymore. We don't need smart animate. First of all, the interaction will be after delay. It will be after delay because we don't need to tap on the screen or on any button to go to the first onboarding. So this will be after delay. So we can put it to after delay of 1s, that is 1 second. Then we don't want smart animate because there's nothing inside that we want to smart animate. So I will change this to instant, and that is that. So let's go to the okay. This is what we have. You can see. So the smart element makes, the text in the first screen. In the first screen, the text is at the top here. So, and we put it to zero, this thing, zero opacity. So when it gets to second screen, so it comes down, and this is after delay. This one shows up. So the next thing will be transition from this screen to another screen. So transition from this screen is when you tap on this button. Next, it should come to this place. So while coming to this, it should be instant. So we'll leave click here. Why we are having click here is because we have not defined we have not defined how we want our prototype to be presented. So for example, we'll have to look at the screen of our I mean the size of the screen. This is 414 by 4, 848. So if I go to prototype panel, uh, then show prototype settings. So device. So no device is selected yet. That's why it's displaying just as normal frame. But if I change it to, for example, let me look for the one that has 414, even though the height is not the same. Let's choose this one. So I've choose iPhone 8 Plus. So if I go back to the prototyping, you see it will replace the mockup with iPhone 8 Plus something behind it. I don't know the network. Okay, here is it. So if it's iPhone 14, this is how it show iPhone 14. But the problem we have here is that since this is not the size, the frame we are using is not size of our own screen is 4. Eight. The height is 848. But this one is not up to 404. That's why we have to scroll before we see buttons. So if we decide to choose other one that is more longer, let's say for example, uh, let's say this one. Let's say this one for example. Although this is iPhone 14 Plus, although uh the screen of iPhone 14 Plus is wider than the screen of our this thing of our frame. So when it's loaded, we'll continue from there. So user will press next from here. When user press next, when tap next, it goes to the next screen. So and we want it to be instant. Also, this to this place will also be instant. Now, what will happen when user skips? User goes to where he sign up. So the same thing to this one, sign up. And when user reach get started, it's also come to sign up. So we have three screens that comes here when user skips or when user really gets started. So here is it. You can see what happened. Our screen is not wide as iPhone 14. It's not the size of iPhone 14. That's why we have it like this. So now here is it. If I tap on the screen, you can see it's telling us where we can tap. It's showing us blue. Where this is where if I press next, it goes to the skip. We go to where we sign up. So from this, when user supply everything, user will be logged in. And when user taps on login, so it comes to home, which is this place, instant. But if user has account already, okay, this should be sign up, not login. sign off. So when user taps on login, user already have account to log in. But if you look at this thing, so the something for this, the size of the height of this text is just 19 pixels, so which might be very small for our finger to tap. So let's increase it to something like 32, for example. So we have this height now, and I'll create a link from this place on our prototype to login. So when user taps on login, it comes to this place. User don't have account, so user will have to go back to sign up. So this, I'll increase this to 32 also. So when user already have account, I mean doesn't have account, then it will have to go to sign up back. And when user forget password, you didn't design that screen. So when user forget that, I mean password, so we request user to supply email, then verify the email before we send password to the uh, email or something like that. So when user taps login, it comes to uh, so when user taps login, it comes to uh, this main menu also. Now what remains here is the interaction among these screens. We have this home. So when user taps on home, it stays here. When he taps on this, it comes to menu. So let us now take for example that our menu screen is far away from the main screen here. So all we need to do is that tap on this, tap on I mean select this, then give it an interaction, click on the interaction, then what is interaction detail? When user taps, then it should navigate. Where does it navigate to? Navigate to where we have food menu. So this is food menu. Navigate to food menu. It will automatically connect that screen. So the same thing with this one. So I can give it like this. So instead of repeating all these things for them, I can just start selecting them one after the other. I mean, like select this, select this. But what will be perfect for us is this. Let me show you something. We'll connect just only one screen. Just only one screen is what we'll connect. So we'll say this one, after when user taps on this, user taps, so if you go to home, navigate to, so we should have home. So that's why we need to be renaming our things. I mean, whatever we are using, we should be renaming them. I cannot even find home again. What's the name of this thing? Home main. So navigate to EF GH. Okay. Why we are not having this one here is that we are at the screen. I don't know if you understand. We are at the screen. We are inside the screen itself. That's why the screen is not listed among the screen. But what we can do is this. I'll remove this interaction. I'll select it back and give interaction, and I'll select the main uh this main screen itself. It's not even selecting. So maybe Figma has been updated. But this is what we'll do. We'll copy this. We'll connect all these ones from here. This one is going to menu, and this one should go to where we have tray. So when tap, navigate. Where does it navigate to? Where we have tray. We are having two tray here. So we need to specify the name of the tray. Where do you have tray? This is tray. This is tray. So I'll call this one. Okay, we're having two. So this one we are going to use. Let me call it main. Tray main. So from here, I'll select this back, tap on the property. So navigate to tray main. That is that. So this also will add interaction to it. When you tap, navigate to timetable. We have timetable 1 here. Should be timetable main to differentiate them. So see, okay, I have timetable main. So okay, timetable main empty. So that is that. So this one also uh, add interaction. When you tap, navigate to profile. Do you have profile? You only have profile here. But let me check if that is the main profile. Yes, that's the main profile. What I'll do is I'll just rename it and I'll call this one main. Profile main. So you can see how this thing is showing. So we've connected everything from this home screen. Only the home screen has not been connected. What I'll do now is that I'll copy this from here, Control C, and I'll use it to replace this one, Control Shift R. So I'll now say should go to this one should go to when you tap navigate to, you'll see now home will be listed among this one, but menu will not be listed. So go to home main. So this one now has everything connected. You can see now menu is now reconnected back to itself. So that's what I wanted to do, but it's not taking in. But here it's everything is connected. So as everything is connected, I'll just copy this one, Control C now, and replace all other navigation button I copied. So when I replace all of them will carry, as in the interaction we've given them, Control Shift R. The interaction we've given them will now be applied to everything. Just look at it. So instead of us connecting navigation on each of the screens, we've connected just for one screen, then copy that navigation to all other things so that uh, the connection is maintained. Now, the rest thing we'll do now is to change the color of uh, the color of our navigation, the main navigation. So, but the sorry, and also since these things are variants under same component, so we can change them. Like this one, this is 3, right? So what I'll do is I'll change this uh to order, which is the same thing, and that will not say the interaction should not take place. The interaction will still be there. So the same thing order, instead of changing the color, since we have them as variants, we'll just change to the variants. So I think this is what screen is this? Timetable. So I'll change this to timetable, and mind you, the connection will still be there. So which one again? Timetable 5. So I'll change this also to timetable, and which one again? Okay, these are profile. I'll select the two together. say profile. I think that's all. Okay, that's everything. Now, what remains here, we've connected screens, we've connected the navigation buttons to their main screens. So what remains now is inner interactions of the app or of the screens. So when user taps this, it adds to tray. But see what is happening now. After we add this to tray, I said earlier that during the course of this prototyping, you realize that there are some screens that are not uh, added, that you need to add them. For example, one of them is if you add food to, let me control see this one. If you add food to tray, what will happen? What will happen when you add food to tray? So when you add food to tray, there should be a kind of notification that the system will give you and tell you, okay, the food has been added to tray. So this screen, let me say, okay, this notification, this has already been added to, let me just say to tray here and centralize it. So when user taps on this, he wants this one to come up, but we're not going to go to that screen, but the screen should come up on our main screen. So this will be, instead of navigation, it will be overlay. So the overlay is when you click, you are not allowed to click outside to take out the overlay, and it should add background of 40% black, the black color, and should be instant. If you want it to move in from any side, you can also use moving, but we want an instant. So we'll leave it like that. Now, when this is added to tray, so what should happen? We may need another screen of this where we have this food, but this thing will not be the button will be disabled. And another way is that this one, after after the overlay after the overlay has come up, we want it to spend some time so that user can see it. After user has seen it, then this should return to another screen. So we're going to draw an interaction to it. But what we're supposed to give it is back, that it should go to back, but there will be problem when using back. So we'll assume user comes, okay, let's give it back. I'll draw it to this arrow here and say back. And after we tap on this comes up. When this comes up, we don't need to tap because there's no button there. We want it to go after delay. Let's say delay of 3s, which is 3 seconds. And that is that. So let's go back to, let's go to our mock-up, the prototype, and see. So I'll press R from keyboard to restart the something. So this is what we have. So next, get started, login, sign up, it comes home. So okay, we've not done anything on this. So let's go to our design back. So when user taps on any of this food, it should open the details of the food. So I selected everything together and I'll bring them to the food info screen. So I'll say when you tap, navigate to food info. So everything will be like that. So if I go back to our food and I tap on this, it opens the food details. Add to tray, added to tray. After 3 seconds, then it goes back to home screen. So let me go back. Sir. Yeah, yes. will be what? Yes, it will be the same. If 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 we like, this is because we are just showing prototype that okay, this is how this thing is going to work. If we are designing a real app now, every food info screen will take this layout. So I just showing when you tap on any of this food, it's open this layout, the food name, everything like that. So if we are just designing, we are just designing for fun, we can decide to have for all screen. But if you are doing that, you have a different screen for the first food, different screen for the second one, and the third one, and so on. If you now have the list of, let's say for example, the company that give you the project to do, they have like 100 uh 100 food, let me just say food type that they have. You now have the list of this 100 here. It's very simple to create the list of 500, 100, and you'll be scrolling. So are you not going to design this layout for every screen? So if you can repeat that, you can repeat that, but the problem will be uh, you have multiple screens. You have multiple screens. Even if you use section, the same thing, you have multiple sections. So this, we're just trying to show how the app works. This is a layout that will come when you tap on any food. So we are not really saying, okay, this, when you tap on this food will come. When you tap on this food will come. That will take a lot of time and a lot of screens. So this also, so we are here. When user taps on any of this also, they should open the details here. That is a menu for that day. And again, when user add to tray, this goes back. Um, we'll have to add something here to show we are on menu screen. But later, sure. So when user taps on tray, it comes here. Okay, menu. Food has been added. So we should have this Control C. Should have this on the main screen. If user have a list of food, so that user can from here go to checkout. So when user taps on this, it's coming to tray. It's coming to tray. It's coming to tray, and clear tray. So when we clear tray, so that means we're going to design another screen for this tray, so that when you clear tray, it will wipe everything that you have inside the tray. So when user taps on checkout, then it comes to, and mind you, we still have another screen for this one. I said it during the prototyping. You just be realizing that okay, you have some screen that you have to add to it. So this is because when you tap on tray, this comes to order, and you come to this tray from another screen, So we are not supposed to be seeing all these things. But for the purpose of this class, we'll leave it. So you come from this place to this. So also, if we like, we can add this to a component and have list of food, so that when we delete will take some kind of effect. Like if I press on this delete, it will take action, it will remove it. It will remove, it will remove, it will remove until I have empty. We can do that with components, but that will be a later thing. Now, um, so when user taps on checkout, it comes here. So we've we've done for this calendar already, so we don't need to. So and all this, I think all these interaction. I mean, uh, all these things are okay. Okay, so all these things are okay like this because we've added interaction to them already. So add timetable. Okay, this comes here. We've done that. When user taps continue, then comes to this place. This place. This is not okay. When user taps on any of these dates, okay, we are coming here. Sorry, rename. Okay, when you give name, rename timetable. Okay, this will change this button to disable because you don't have name yet. So after user taps on this continue, then that is when it comes here. So when you tap on any of these dates, when you tap on dates, so just select everything here. When you tap on any of these dates, then it comes here where you can search for food and add the food. And when you add any food, we've done the interaction already. Add any food. After adding the food, we'll have this list because after you add any food, it brings time. You add time, it brings this notification. After the notification here, it comes here to show you uh, you've added food and you can also check out. I think we've done the interaction on those sides. So what remains here is about this profile. So when user tap on this, one user to be able to come to this and edit profile. So edit profile, user comes here. Uh, so favorites, we have this favorite here. So payment, I'll just do I'll give interaction, come to this place, tap. When you tap, navigate to uh, profile, profile payment. I think okay, this one is done already. So do we have settings? So when you tap navigate to profile settings. So these are done. So we don't need these ones. And when user taps on this edit, user should be able to do this edit name. This should be edit number. So edit address. So edit email. So this will go to navigate to profile, edit name. You still have to edit name there. Which one is that? Okay, let me say camera. So this is address. Add an interaction to it and say when you tap, so navigate to uh, profile, edit address. Also this, navigate to profile, edit phone number. Profile, navigate to profile, edit email. So when you tap on this camera and this camera will go to the same place. So I'll add interaction and I'll say navigate to edit photo. So the same thing goes here. When you tap, navigate to profile, edit photo. So I think I've connected whatever I have here. Then, okay, these are just payments. Click on payment, wallet, add debit card. So there's no screen for adding this debit card. There's no screen for that. I don't think we don't have screen for that, so we'll leave it. We'll leave it. If we are going to have a screen for that, these are what we're going to have inside the screen. These are what we are going to have inside the screen. We have the card pin and so on and so forth. So, and you will have a kind of confirmation, like a verification, something that will be sent to email or number. So, when user wants to log out, so I'm using Shift E. I'm using Shift E to navigate between prototype and design panel. So you may not see me going to this place. So I'm pressing Shift E to go to navigate between them. So this will come up after tapping. Then instead of navigation, we want to open an overlay. We want you to click outside to be able to cancel, and we want background of 40 pixels, and it should be instant. So when you click on cancel, then when you click on cancel, it should go back. So we can point it to the screen where it comes from, or we use this back arrow. But it's better we use the screen, because back sometimes we'll have problem with backs if you are not careful. So, and when user click on taps on yes, so this app is not a type of app that have screen for when user has not logged in. So if we have a screen for that, then after users have logged out, or okay, instead of having that, we can send this to login. We can set this back to login. So we just say this, uh, after you tap, navigate to login. So I think, okay, all this save, all this save, everything here should go back to profile. Should go back to profile here. Or okay, where you're editing it, should go back to profile. But there should be a kind of notification that will say, okay, name updated successfully. So that will be a kind of a pop-up. That will be a pop-up that, okay, name has been saved or phone number has been changed successfully. So user need to get a feedback after taking action from this editing stuff. And again, we have this. When user taps on this, come to screen here, and this is instance. And what again? When user taps on gallery here, should come back to this place back, show the gallery. So after user taps on any of this picture, when user taps on the picture, then it should come back to profile. So showing that the user has tapped or changed the profile picture. So I think that on these things. But other things that we need is these back buttons. We need uh, to implement them. So I will put this in auto layout. I'll make it stay as center. Then uh, I'll give it top and bottom of 4 pixel. It's 4, okay. Sorry, just say as center. Then uh, top and bottom of 10 pixel. So shift A. So center, then up and down of 10 pixels. The same thing goes to this. Shift A, center, then up and down, top and bottom padding of 10 pixels. The same thing for this. Same thing for this. And also for this. So this back will take us back to the screen where we come from, not uh, so this will be 10. So it won't take us back to the preceding screen, but take us back to the screen where we come to it. So I'll select all of them because I'm giving them same property, which is back. Go to prototype, add interaction to them. After you tap on them, then back. So their back is taking them to where they come from, where you come to the screen. So this also will apply auto layout. So I'll constrain them to center, and the auto layout will be centered like this. Then I'll give them top and bottom of 10 pixel. Let me do this one and for all. Once and for all, I'm selecting and I'm pressing Shift A to give them auto layout. So after giving them auto layout, instead of doing them one after the other, select everything like this. So align them to center and constrain them to center, um, and again give them 10 pixel of this, and I'll select everything, go to prototype, add interaction. After you tap, then go back to where you come to this screen. So we also have this same thing here. You just tap on shift A, shift A, shift A, shift A. So I'll constrain them to uh, center, horizontal center and vertical center. Then uh, I'll align them to the center like this, the auto layout center. Then 10 pixel for the both top and bottom. Then interaction, add interaction to them, and it should be back. So the same thing to this. Shift A, shift A, shift A. So this one we're supposed to have a food name here. So the space between it is 36. And 6, and center like this. So center, constraint centers. Then I'll add interaction to them, and I'll interaction, then go back. So let me rename this one to food name. Constraint is back, and say food name. The name of the food will appear there. So, and we've directed it to go back to where it comes from. So I think that is that. So are you there, Mr. Bella? Mr. Bella, are you there? So after that, let's go to where we have this. I'm going to restart this by pressing R on the keyboard. So here is it. So it loads. So let us just skip. So sign up. We can navigate between this. You can see we can navigate between them. So we have this food, add food to tray, successfully add to tray. So this will go back to the list of food. We can go to tray to check the list of food we have inside tray. So we can check out, then continue. Successful. Do I want to do another thing? Yes. So profile, edit profile, edit name, saved, edit address, save, and payment. Okay, sorry. You have to. Okay, this is what we have. We have problem here. So let's go back to this. From our work. Okay, profile. I'm going to delete whatever I have here. Copy this one, Control C, Control V, paste them. So save. Then this back should take us back to, instead of back on this should take us to profile. I remove the connection from back to go to this profile. So when we click on this, it goes back. So payments, back, tell a friend. So you want to share, you want to share. Settings. So we don't have anything that happens from these ones, because I said when you are doing prototyping, just be discovering that there are screens that are needed. So we have screen for team, notification, privacy, feedback, and support. So I'll press back from here. So let's say I want to log out. Log out. Do you want to log out? Yes. So this takes me to where I log in again. So if I log in, it comes to food. So this we have like two complete user experience here. So we have more than two. We have for profile where you can edit. When you can edit on the profile, you can edit all these things. If I need to choose image, I'll click on the image. So we have pictures here. I can scroll throughout the picture. If I tap on any of the picture, it will save. But I don't want to tap. I'll go to camera. I want to use camera. This camera. So I want to go back to gallery. I'll still go to gallery, camera, back. So the essence of back is to take you back to where you come from. So if you copy back from a screen, if you copy back from it, okay, you can copy back from a screen to another screen. So where back takes you to is where you come from. For example, I let's say I am at home like this. If I select food like this, it opens the food. If I press back, it go back home. So let's go and differentiate between home and menu. So let's say okay, menu. Let's remove this category from menu and have this here. Sorry, I have to copy it with this one. So we have this search here, and we have a text here. Say our menu for today, for example. So 24 pixel. So let me put this in auto layout, shift A. So I'll duplicate two of them, control D. So to have long list. So these are our menu and this is home. So if, for example, I am on home like this and I go to food, if I press back from here, it will take me back to home. But if I am at the menu like this and I press the food, so you think this should take me back home because it is connected to home. But because this button is back, so if I press back, it will take me back to our menu. So that is the essence of back. The back interaction to take you back to the screen you come from. So we have interactions. I think everything is complete like this. Okay, we also have the part where we can create turntable. These are other. So I say we can delete this. We'll do that now. We'll animate that now. So turntable, create turntable, give turntable name. So after giving turntable name, continue. So select date. It brings out food. We'll add. Click on add time. Okay. This will still for some time to go. Then I can check out. So this checking out something. So continue. Okay. Yes. So that is that. So to animate that edit, please, I'll need you to, delete from tray. I'll need you to pay attention because we are going to create uh let me control C this one. We're going to create components for them. I'll paste them here. So and the components um is going to be, let's say we have this like this. We also have this like this. We also have this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have this. We have 5 items in a tray. So we can have when user has nothing inside tray. So we have this. So each of these, okay, this is not, oh boy. Oh, let me undo them. So Control Z, Control Shift Z, redo. So we'll put this in a frame. Control, I've selected everything. Control Alt G to put them in a frame. So I will now create variants of it like this, uh, like this, like this. We're going to have 6 of them, like this, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So inside these 6, we'll combine each of these as variants. I mean, yes, each of them as variants. Component set, we have it. Now, what we have here is when you tap on edit, please, we need to do some things there. Okay, I will fix it. So this here they as variants. So this delete stuff. We want to increase the the I'll align this to center, this to center also. So we want to increase the lines, and we want to increase the hotspot so that the clicking area will be bigger. So I'm going to give this 32 pixel. Uh, Control Z. So I have to, okay, this is center now. What's happening? So this is also centered. Okay, maybe let me increase it to 32, then do editing. 32 pixel. So and I will increase this. So like this. So I'm going to copy this. This 32. Where is the screen I have inside? Okay. If that is not doing, I will just increase them manually. This is center now. Mhm. So 32. Okay. Okay. No problem. Okay. Is what we have. So I'm going to copy this Control C and replace everything we have here. Control Shift R. Hmm. I've replaced them so that they have a bigger hotspot. Now we want to connect each of these things uh to their correspondence here. Mm, when we delete, let's assume we start delete from the bottom. So when we delete uh, this comes here. When we delete this comes here. When we delete this, so it comes here. When we delete this, it comes to this number 4. Mhm. So when we delete this is going to come to uh, number 4, I think. So and when we delete this one, the last one here, this is coming here like this. Now the interaction for this one is done. The interaction for others will now uh, be done again. So this is what we'll now do. I'll copy this, whatever we have inside, I'll copy them Control C. So I'll select all this, go inside them by pressing enter. I'll delete whatever I have inside. So we now have these screens here. What I copied inside this, I'll replace them here, Control V. So if I go back to prototype, everything that needs to be connected has been connected because I connected one and later do copy and paste so that interaction also will be copied. So when we delete one from here, only 4 will be remain. So we'll delete this one, we delete this. When you delete this and this will be deleted when you delete it. So when you delete this, uh, so when you delete this also, you have one. And when you delete this, nothing is there. We can copy the empty state that we have in our list. So Control C. So I'll copy it like that and paste it into the component. Control V. So I say, let me centralize it. You do not have food yet, for example. Like that. So when we delete this comes here, but there are problems here. I'll select everything in here. The interaction we've given them, I'll go to prototype, right click on this component, remove interaction. Every interaction will be removed. So we want one to be remove at a time, not not so want to be removed at a time, and also want to be removed at a time. And when you remove the last one, it comes here. Now, in a situation whereby user want to remove the first one, so we'll copy this interaction, Control C, and replace everything we have here. Control C. Let me go back to design mode. Control C. Select this. Control Shift R, so that the interaction goes to just this one. So I'm going to copy this also. Control C. Control Shift R. So since this is connected, I'll copy this. Control C. Control Shift R. Since this is connected, Control C, Control Shift R. So everything now is connected. So I will now copy one of it, Control C, where you have the list of the food. So I'll paste it to the tray. Where do you have three? These are three. So I'm going to delete this, and I'll paste what I copy here, like this. So if we go back to tray, like this, and press on delete, it will remove the list of food until we have nothing and tell us don't have food on the tray. So I think you understand what we did. Mr. Abiola, are you here? Mr. Abiola. So if you miss any of this class, the video will be ready on YouTube. You can go there and watch. So the video for this class will be on YouTube. You can go there and watch, because Mr. Abiola, it's showing that you're online here, but I cannot hear from you. And Mr. Gas is not even online anymore. So that is that. And our prototype settings, I want to remove this to the settings we are having there. So I want to give it none, so that it won't be depending on any screen. So I think that is that. So in our next class, which probably will be the last class for this course, so we're going to brush on what we have discussed on this UI UX stuff, and again we will ask questions and answer also. Where we are not clear, we will ask questions. Please get the question down, so by Saturday you ask the question from area which you are not cleared. And inshallah, I'll provide a link for you to take course on UI UX. So the research part of it, you're going to learn that in the course. It's very, very interesting. And since you've learned interaction designing, prototyping, wireframing, this will make the course very easier for you. Thank you very much.